Yeah, I'm getting that Christmas feeling now, seeing the pine trees covered in snow. Did it slide on? I see some, there's a little bit of sliding. Yeah, so shit, decent of condition. Yeah, a bit of a front wheel slide there. Not too bad. You can do amazing rear wheel slides on the snow. It's pretty fun. At least in the daytime I can see what's frozen and what's slushy snow and where the ice and what's like patches of ice. Feels a bit different to sliding on mud. It's like it wants to drift side to side easier on the back wheel rather than sliding like central. Or maybe it's just the bike that I'm using. When I practiced sliding, it was with the. I love this wintry landscape. When I practiced sliding, it was with the mid-drive, with the narrow, smooth tyres. Ooh, just cut out. There's my tracks. Not many bikes, as my dad said, you don't see anyone out on a bike today. Just me. I need to be careful. When you slide with both wheels, that's when you crash. Oh god, this is probably really bad. I wonder how the stealth one would do, because that doesn't have like any. It has like almost a slick front tyre, but it is wider though. Because my brother lives down there. There's a lot of people there, look. What it's going to be like here is it's compacted, probably. Yeah, it feels compacted. We've got a mixture of like compacted and slushy snow. Wonder where those people come from, because it looked like they'd come in their car, so they probably come from quite far away. Oh, that doesn't look nice. Yeah, that snow doesn't look very Imagine if this refreezes again tonight, then you're going to have patches of ice everywhere. This is the first day after it snowed, so it's not going to be too icy. Oh, sometimes. If I push off the ground, my foot will just slide. Children. Oh right, it's a weekday. No slide on the front. Oh, I don't fancy going down that. I don't fancy going down that on the ice. Go on the off-road section. People enjoy you can see some people getting into the Christmas spirit, you know, a little bit. They didn't have Christmas music on in Tesco's, thankfully. But yeah, you see people appreciating the snow. I think their moods changed a bit there. They like the change of pace. They just like the change. Those look like refugees, but it's hard to tell. Imagine being a refugee and you've never seen snow before, and you come here and like a month later it's just snowing all the time. You're stuck in your hotel room. Can't be that fun, right? Is that all compacted ice? Yes, it is. Yeah, it is. It's all compacted. What's going on there? Need to be careful. Just pulling him along. It's probably a good place to do something. Probably better to do it on deep snow on the grass and do it right under the CCTV. Bridges is going to be the worst. Yeah, bridges will be the slippiest because they're pretty slippy already just when it's icy, just when it's frosty. That guy looked like a homeless guy or an alcoholic or something. Didn't look like he had a lot of money, did it? Yeah, I went shopping with my dad. Brought some quality street Toblerone, 2 bottles of wine, just stuff like that. Heart-baked bread, just normal bakery stuff from Tesco's. I look at the duck footprints. Can hear the snow like crunching under my front tyre. Interesting. Look at that, how it's like where people's feet have been. Buckingham in the winter. This will probably have been salted. Need to be a bit careful. I expect there'll be quite a few people shopping in that town centre. Am I going the wrong way in the one-way system? Possibly. There's like no arrows on the ground. There's an arrow. So you used to be able to just go straight up there. Be careful there. You used to just be able to get straight up on that bridge, but they decided it would be a brilliant idea to make the pedestrians walk on the road through the car park. I don't think I've ever recorded an e-bike video when it's been snowed. That tree looks really nice. Just planning. Someone's walked down there today though. See those footprints? I was planning on just going down the park. See, look, someone's walked down there. Wonder why. Look, 2 people. Or it's the same person walked there and back. Are they refugees? Possibly. I see a white face. It might be Chad. young person, student type maybe. Yeah, young white guys, sort of people who would have used to have gone to school with me, like Buckingham School. Can't see these children. I wonder where they went. I wonder where they went. Are they on some sort of winter walk perhaps? I don't know. Child? Or the dad? There's not that many kids playing. I guess they're at school or something. Would they be on Christmas holidays yet? Maybe they're at school. I don't know. I was in Tesco's and I saw a child. They were at the medicine dispensary day in the pharmacy in Tesco's. Oh, this looks really bad. Yeah, this is really bad. Oh my god. This is really slippery. Get off of that stone a bit, or as quick as possible. That's really slippery. Yeah, I saw this young blonde child. She looked about 5. She was with, I think she was with her mum, but her mum didn't look like her. Her mum looked like black haired. The only woman I could see near was black haired, but she had blonde hair. But she wasn't at school, so I don't know. Maybe she was ill, but she didn't look sick. She didn't look like she was sick. I think my dad didn't think biking was a good idea in these conditions, but it doesn't seem too bad. He said, "Oh, you'll break your shoulder. You'll fall off and you'll break your shoulder." Wow. Can't even slide the rear wheel on that. But yeah, this is going to be the worst place because just the most people walk on here. Yeah, it will slide if I just on that ice. It'll slide if I just put the power down. That's never happened before. I've never been able to do that before. Imagine on the mid-drive. Yeah, it wouldn't be a good idea to ride that mid-drive because the torque is way too high. These people don't look local, they look more like American. Just they look like jocks or something. Or maybe sort of a certain type of like chav type. They look like trouble. They don't look that dodgy, but they look a bit troublesome. A squirrel. Don't think we'll see any cats here today. Is this compacted or? is slippy. It's gonna be sleepy. They're definitely getting some braking power there. Not too bad. I actually haven't lost the front wheel unexpectedly yet, which happens, it can happen on mud, it hasn't happened yet, but if it happens on this snow then it's going to be more of a problem. Someone's drove down here, look. You see somebody's drove along here today. Maybe to spread salt. Well, if they tried to spread salt, it hasn't worked. Ooh. I don't fancy going across that bridge. I don't fancy it. But we have to, there's no way out of here. Apart from the other bridge. Maybe they've spread salt on this bridge because it's not icy. It's not icy. One person in the car park. The roads aren't too bad. You could probably drive at 30, be fine. I've got to remember though, my front wheel is lower pressure than it should be, so the handling of my bike feels a bit off. I didn't let that much air out of it, but it still affected it a lot. The bike's power feels a little bit less than usual. The speed and the power feels a little bit, I guess because the batteries are so cold. And that front tyre doesn't help, right? You could slide on that. If you were on a car or motorcycle, you took that junction too fast. Oh dear. You can imagine it. This is all very compacted here. It hasn't been salted and it's not melting like the one on my road. I don't drive, so I don't really know, but my dad didn't lower his car tyre pressure before he left, so I mean he doesn't really have to do much to his car. When it's Christmas time, you see like hardly anyone outside. That guy's driving a convertible, it must be cold, right? I wonder who those women are. That looks like one of those bloody HS2 lorries. Oh, it could be a salt lorry. A salt lorry, yeah, maybe. Yeah. It doesn't look exactly like a HS2 though. I know this woman, I think. She can't walk very well, if it's the same one. Oh, bloody car. So you don't even get a chance to cross the road anymore nowadays. There's a bus now. Thanks. How compacted is this going to be? It doesn't look too bad. Of course, it's hard to tell. I need to assume that it's semi-compacted. Something's driven down here with a big tyre, like a mountain bike tyre. At least 2.5 inches. Yeah, these strange women, they don't look like locals. They're unfriendly looking. They got a sort of Eastern European look to them. Of course, they react differently when you're recording them to when you're just not normal, you know. But so yeah, I'm wondering how it's going to be down here because it's covered by the trees, but the trees have lost their leaves. Has it been salted? Someone salted it, possibly. See, there's no snow at all. It gets very slippery on here, actually, as you can imagine. It gets fairly slippy sometimes. I'm going to change songs, I think. Oh yeah, I'm getting that Christmas feeling now, seeing the pine trees covered in snow. Walking in winter wonderland. Ooh, I bet this is sleepy. So probably about 3 o'clock now, 2:30 maybe. I'm feeling that cold in my chest, on my neck, and my collar. Not sure where to go now. I haven't seen my cousin for a while. She was pretty. Go down here maybe. Imagine this if it was icy. It's been heavily solid. The cars would just slide down it. What it's going to be like down here. I don't know if it's been salted in the park or too bad. That's almost pristine snow there. No one's been here. I have an idea where I can go. This could be quite compacted here. Yeah, it is. Either go straight home or go up Maze Morton. To get up to Maze Morton though, I have to go through town. Go through the town centre. Yeah, if I go through the town centre, I get up that hill. Cousin's probably still at work. What day is it? Monday. I don't know if he gets time off at Christmas. I might knock on his door just to see if anyone's there. It's a dangerous junction because you can't see the cars coming. Nothing they can do about it though, 'cause I'll pull off the road. Cross over there. There's a lot of traffic actually. I think I'll cross over, get around the back street. This is a Villiers Hotel here. This is the oldest part of town. This used to be a video rental store here. Don't know what it is now. It's like a cafe or something, isn't it? It changes like the wind, these shops. There used to be a betting agency there. And then there was a sandwich shop somewhere along here where my aunt used to work. She got her foot run over around here somewhere. Quite an unlucky person. She got her foot run over by a car. A tattoo parlour. It's all very hipstery. It's all very modern and hipstery now. Wasn't like this at all. there. I used to work here in that building. I used to work up there. This used to be a shortcut where those houses are. Where those houses were, it used to be an old sort of ruined. So noisy here. It used to be an old sort of ruined houses where they knocked down the houses, and then it goes through the woods there. All those houses are there now. So these ruined houses. Me and my nan used to go and pick blackberries in here, but this used to be one of the routes, quick routes down to town. My nan lives up on the top of the hill there. People playing in the snow, adults, having a snowball fight maybe. And here there used to be like a guitar shop, it's not there anymore. That's the post office, that's always been there. There's this tiny little lane round the back there called Slaughter Lane, I think. I'm just trying to get up here. There's a charity shop along here somewhere. I remember getting dropped off here in a taxi or something, or picked up a long time ago in a van like that. Don't know what that was all about. This is a charity shop. There's a pub along. There's a really old, there's another hairdresser's. Another there. Now this old pub looked really dodgy. It used to look really dodgy. And I think someone got murdered there. This used to look like a sort of you know, like Nocturne Alley in Harry Potter, that sort of old creepy feeling. That used to be a pet shop there. It's another barber's. All these hipster millennials, they've got to have the haircut every once a week. They've got to spend £100 on their hair. Costa, that was never there. Subway was never there. There was along here. It was maybe where these two are. There was an old corner shop, off license, and it was split across two buildings, so it was much larger. It was two separate buildings joined together. The feeling I get. Yeah, it's no different being here than it is in New York City or something, with the people that you come across. Just an amazing difference in the way I was brought up and these people that live here now. The culture, the experiences and other factors, the education, value systems, perhaps religious differences even. I'll go and see if my cousin's off work. Yeah, I doubt it. It's only like 12, 10, 13 days to Christmas now, something like that. Yeah, it's right here. They might all be at work. They might literally all of them be at work. Oh, they've left their door a bit. Hello? Before midday, so maybe go see him then if I can. Said Chris knows how to do solar panels, so I could ask him about it if I see him. I do know how to do them. I've done it before. I only had the one panel. I just had one battery. Quite a big battery, but just the one. And they just had a 100-watt solar panel. Not too hard to make. This looks like a very interesting track path with all the snow. Yeah, speed bump. That's all compacted. It's all been compacted as well. Somehow it's been compacted. I don't know by what. Someone's drove down there. There's some of those cars down there. Look. I don't know what they're doing in there. I don't know what they're doing there then. Can't see in there. It's like a club or something. I wonder how it's going to be down here. Could be very treacherous. You out into the countryside there. I can't even imagine what it'd be like on the country roads in these conditions. I don't fancy finding out. Let's get the adrenaline going. Tires me out. Not the strongest in brakes, these. Good to get out. I haven't been out much for a few days. Not properly anyway. Did go out on Friday briefly. It's Monday now. I was just saying to my aunt about the blackouts and how I want to get some solar panels installed. The best place would be on our roof, on our garage roof, because it's not part of a house. And it's got one side of it faces east in the morning, the other side faces west, but it gets, in summer it gets a lot of sun on that roof from the south as well, I would imagine. You know, so you'll get sun most of the day if you put them on the west side of the roof. Oh look, they're doing something here. Look. Cables or something. Imagine doing that in this weather. I call them bandits because they just show up in gangs and do weird things to the countryside that no one asked for. I wonder what it's going to be like down here. Scary, scary. Goodness. Oh, this is the first mud I've seen. Someone's right down on the right there. Not me. Oh. Could slide here just conventionally. Mostly just leaves. Not mud, but we'll be back home soon. A sheep. Imagine what it's like to be a sheep or a cow right now. A cow doesn't even have any fur. Little bird. Yeah, at least 2 people, 3 people maybe have cycled down it. Quite a grumpy expression on her face. An upside down smile on my face. Turn that frown upside down. Do you reckon she bosses that little Indian man around? You wouldn't want to slip over here, would you? Here it's usually all plants in the summer. I don't see anyone in the park. Not a single person. Cute. Good body. Didn't look very well dressed for this weather though. get back home. Nice leaves. My dad hasn't put a Christmas tree this year. Not seeing too many Christmas lights, maybe it's too early. Last time on that tree though. There's a few on there. Look. I think it was a good decision to lower that tyre pressure, to be honest.